it's really wonderful. I actually really enjoy watching different people and I actually think, and again, maybe it has to do with the fact that now I'm older and I feel like I look better than I did when I was younger, but it was like, when I see certain actors, especially, there's a lot of them that go and get themselves, like, plastic surgery, and it's like, please stop.
Yeah.
Because you will be beautiful in your own special way, and just let it be that way. And I understand that there's 1,000 people standing around you telling you need to look some specific way, but you don't. You really don't. And sometimes you see them, and they're so great just exactly the way they are. Like, every time I see Mel Brooks and Carl Reiner together, like, doing comedy even now, I think these two men are perfect. These two men are the perfect human beings.
It's true.
They're adorable, and they're handsome, and they're, like, full of life and excitement, and it's like, as long as you keep those things, as long as you keep the joy, the love of what you're doing, we were talking earlier about how you're like, I just want to make a show. Then do that, because that's what your
that's
joy
the Little
is.
Rascals way of doing it. You know,
hey
gang, let's put on a show. I sleep with a picture, autographed picture of Mel Brooks that I got when I was about 14 on my bed. I've done it for years. I met him once, and he was like
so great.
He was such an idol. He was just like a little Jewish kid to have I grew up Jewish in Texas, and so to have people be so loud about it, was awesome. Even Kinky Friedman is just like, when you're so loud about who you are and about your deficiencies or quote unquote or things that make you a minority or whatever, and I had just never seen anything like that. And so, but yeah, what energy in life and rhythm and he loves what he does, loves his friends, and so that's, at the end of the day, it's hard, it's a struggle, obviously, doing any of these things, and there's a lot of work and a lot of stress and a lot of sleepless nights and a lot of turmoil inside, but man, I love doing it at the end of the day. It's really fun.
Yeah, I think if you fight against your natural, vibe, then that's when you start looking weird. That's when you got, Meg Ryan weird lips.
Oh, yeah. You can't fix one thing about you.
Yeah, and you're like, your hair isn't still blonde. Let's let that go.
No, just you're like a monster.
You know who's beautiful? Meryl Streep. Why? Because she let her hair be the way that it is. Because she let her face be the way that it is.
Helen Mirren, everybody. Helen Mirren.
Right?
Come on.
All of these women where it's your face is exactly as perfect as it needs to be right now at this very moment. I would love to be exactly like you, but I will be who I am in my vibe, and it will be great because I will be happy about it.
I'm gonna get a front butt.
Just trying to be against front butt.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one of those. I'm just gonna start a new trend of plastic surgery. I can't fix it, so I'm gonna screw it up even worse.
My sister and I used to refer to your vagina as the front butt.
Vagina as the front butt? That makes sense.
Yeah, because there's a butt.
Right.
There's a butt and a front butt.
And then there's a butt.
Oh, no, the
vagina.
fupa is the,
A fupa?
Yeah, front... upper... The fat upper pelvic area.
Fat upper pelvic area.
I believe it's a fat upper pussy area.
Oh, upper pussy area.
Because it's above...
referred to dudes as well.
No, I live in upper pussy.
Yeah.
The rent's in upper pussy these days is expensive.
Well, it's Austin.
That's true. You can't live in upper pussy anymore. Let me tell you that. It used to be.
Oh my God.
Like the artist, so.
So in your next if we are to accept the idea of my cycles, you're about a few years into your third cycle.
Yeah.
What's your next thing that you think you're going to be working on, or are you just sort of, like we talked about earlier, kind of fostering whatever hits at the moment and going with the flow?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, it's interesting because I'm a couple years into it. That's really interesting because I literally just got out about a 3-year relationship, and it feels like, oh God, it's all just you. Oh God, it's all open, and you don't know what's next.
Anybody you want.
I can be anybody I want,
Yep.
and and I think that where I'm at right now, I'm pretty happy with. There's a doing a TV show and supporting comics that I like to support, and getting to write about comedy in the newspaper, and playing in an emo puppet band. I mean, that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it, man. And so I could not have predicted that is what I'd be doing in my last cycle.
Yeah.
So it'd be presumptuous, but so far so good. I've just done my best to, cultivate what's working and keep rolling with it, work with the right people, and treat people cool when we work together. And so they want to do more stuff with you. And, here we go. On we go.
Good. I love it. You're so positive.
How
You have
did I
such
do?
a great. You have a great energy about you, and I really just appreciate having you with us.
Thank you for having me in your room drinking your Bud Light.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Bud Light's available as often as we can
King
leave
of
it in the
beers.
fridge. Good. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us and having a chat. I appreciate this time you've given us. I know that you're a busy man. You mentioned earlier that it was your one of your only nights
This
off.
is my only night off.
You're welcome to enjoy the rest of your evening. I don't want to
appreciate
take
it.
too much more of it, but in interest of what you mentioned just a second ago before we say goodbye, you mentioned how happy you are to support the community of artists. That's kind of my mission with this too. I just want to get people's voices out there in the world so that, you know, if a comedian in Kentucky or a comedian in Canada is like, I wonder if people are like me, they can listen and be like, oh yeah, this person's right where I am in the journey, or oh, I see this person who's a little bit older than me and they are still doing it, and that's so great. So if you ever see anybody that's cool that you think we could chat with, I'd love to hear about them, and I want to give as much focus to the artists that are working hard out there in the world. That's my new journey, is not only being a mom but putting as much effort as I can helping other artists be who they are.
And it feels so effortless
develop.
when you get to do that, because man, the talent in the scene is just great. It's just great. It blows me away. It's spiritual and wonderful, and you know, we're just like everyone else but with queso. So
that I want that on a t-shirt. We're just like everyone
This is
else,
the land
but
of
with queso.
Absolutely, the land of sex and queso, Austin, Texas. Well, thank you for having me on your cool show.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to Yes But Why podcast.